All right, good evening, everyone. I'd just like to quickly congratulate our two finalists, Justin Sajich and Jake McCartney, on making the final. Well done, guys. Justin's going for number 6 title here, and Jake is his only second time at the event and hasn't been in the final before. So good luck to both players. Hope you play well. It's a race to 11 in the final, and thanks to Phil Morton for umpiring and Penny Fidulis for timing. Good luck, guys.
All right, we're on.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to CueballTV. Steve Jameson, joined by David Russell.
You're not doing the fart test, Mike?
Yep.
There we go.
Is it working? Yep, it's working. It's
Sweet.
working well. Does it smell, Dave, or is it nothing on
Oh, like curried egg.
Good, good. Good evening, everybody.
Welcome.
A live break from Jake McCartney. This is a spicy final.
Very, very spicy.
I'm excited to see these two play. Both probably the most full-time players in Australia this year, if you include the Chinese 8-ball, Dave.
You don't get to see them in a final very often either.
No, you don't.
If ever. Like,
No. So there'll be quite a bit riding on this. A lot of pride, as well as cash. There's $9,000 up for grabs.
Is that first?
First is $9,000. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. If you'd known that, you'd have tried harder, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
You know,
Sure.
I tend to play for yes.
Pure cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say yes.
No, I knew already, so it didn't make any difference to me. But
I had no idea. I just sucked.
yeah, this is lovely to see two of, arguably the best players in the country. They've been playing full time for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
So, or as good as full time as it gets in Australia. So, strap yourselves in and join a final.
Do you have a score prediction?
I'm gonna go with Jake McCartney 11-8. What about yourself?
I think Justin 11-6.
Interesting. So you feel like Justin's flying right now?
I feel like Jake was getting a bit blasé towards the end of Thames' match. Like, he's been so methodical, like, today, and he's kind of... it's hard to say, isn't it? I think
I know what you mean. My thoughts are that I feel like Jake and to obviously Justin as well. They're players that have.
Whoops.
That's an error there. They're players that have gears. I felt like Jake. He went quite quickly, quite high up against Temujin, like 5-0 or 5-2, 6-2 up. I think there's a tendency to take your foot off the pedal when you're 5 or 6-2 up, and I think that's what happened in that match. Even though Tem didn't really come back too much in it.
Yeah.
Definitely Jake dropped his game a little bit, but it's a long weekend. I think you can. Also, there's a bit of fatigue, a little bit of because a bit of fatigue there as well. So I feel like Jake's got gears, and that's why I'm tipping him to go for the win here in a close match.
Yeah, fair enough.
Justin, I feel, has had the marginally easier draw. If you look at the entirety of the tournament.
Yep.
Just marginal. I don't think Jake's had a particularly blisteringly difficult draw either. But both players will be fairly fresh, and both of them, having competed this year heavily in the Chinese tournaments, Chinese 8-ball, and travelled a lot together, there'll be a lot of personal pride, a lot of sort of rivalry developing between the two, if there wasn't already.
Yeah. I'm just watching Jake play, like, he's looking roughly where he wants the white ball in this match so far, whereas before when he played Robbo, for example, he was putting the cue down and walking around everywhere.
It's a good comment. He's just sort of pulled them through fairly tidily.
Yeah.
And like I say, I'm calling the gears on McCartney.
Yeah.
I think Jake is, for me, he's the second best in the country behind Mark Robertson. If Mark Robertson played full time, I think Mark would be ahead of Justin.
Yeah, okay.
That's just my opinion. Mark wins his fair share of tournaments as a full-time father and family man, and has his own business doing security cameras called Securative.
Securative.
So, kindly installed a security system at my house, and it's one of the best that I've ever had. You know, really good at keeping intruders out, but also I can see my neighbour's bathroom.
Yeah, okay.
Fantastic.
It's a good advertisement.
Yeah. So
So how does a good security... I'm just going to shut up. So, 8 ball.
So 8 ball.
Yes.
So Justin with a nice break there. They're not easy. You're checking the reds or the yellows here, Dave?
Reds.
Okay.
Got a starter in the middle. All you need to
Good
do
plan.
is you've just got to make sure you get onto the ball in the middle well enough to then continue the out.
Looks like he has. That looks perfect, doesn't it? And he might be able to just bump that yellow a bit further towards the cushion as well and give himself a bit of an insurance policy,
Yeah.
if it's available. And then that red down the left cushion will be his, essentially his, the key ball really to winning the frame. He'll need to pot the long one as well. But
Yeah, he'd like to clear the top and then so the top 3 from right to left, but he's going this way, and that's why I'm here and not out there.
makes sense going this way. Keep your work near the black ball. He's obviously wants to leave the left red last for the black, which is a good manoeuvre.
Well, he's traveling across. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, this is pretty much perfect. I reckon he would have liked one more inch there. A bit like Rob Bowen. But he'll accept it.
I'll just go over there. James, I lost to Greg Seagull
We've got some
in
comments
the
coming
32.
in. Got some comments coming in, thank you. James Lewering, is it?
James Levering.
Levering, is it? Okay,
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, James. Dan Lynch, welcome. Welcome, Dan. Where are you diving this week? Are you in the Maldives or...
I don't know if these two have
Indonesia?
ever played a final.
Pardon?
Have these two ever played a final against each other?
They must have done over the years, surely. I feel like he's a little bit...
That's
That's a good
demonic
shot,
shot, and
That's wonderful.
people have gotten randy in the crowd.
Yeah, that he made that look easy. That was actually fraught with risk.
Yeah.
Is there any chance you can give us the comments on this screen, on the top right corner?
I could do it here as well.
Okay, nice finish there from Justin. One frame all.
Yeah, the tricky part about that was just deciding how to get onto that ball in the middle and when.
Yeah, but he didn't land good on it. So he adjusted a little bit just to... He had to play a shot there. And it was a very, very well played shot. Those shots can go wrong, and it can be the turning point in a match where you chop up a relatively easy opportunity by just not landing 2 inches further up the table than you could have done.
Yeah.
But credit to Justin, and what a match we've got on here, folks. Dry break from Jake, I think.
Monster dry break.
The initial instinct is the yellows are better, but does the one to the right go past the red? Does the one to the right go past the red? If it does, then this is a solid chance for Justin. But by no means a gimme.
Yeah. It's not like he can, if it doesn't go, he can't just bust it out easily enough and land on a ball either.
No.
So reds.
He's decided to go reds. This surprises me very much, Dave. It really, really does, mate. And what this tells me is he's pulling up. He's not going for the side. You agree?
Yeah.
He's literally just going to jump into that bottom right, yellow and red, and push the red near the bag. Or not near the bag, because in these rules it's no advantage to have it close to the pocket. But
Yeah. Problem, like
or maybe I'm wrong. Is he eyeballing a finish here? 'Cause I don't think these are on, are they?
I don't think so. He'd like to disturb those two reds, but when he does, the yellows are going to become on.
What are your thoughts, Dave? Because I don't like the equity, personally, of going for this.
Ooh, this red might go in the corner, off the rail, off the yellow, if he smashes it.
Yeah, but what about the equity if it doesn't? That's a 50-50 shot at best, right? And maybe that yellow on the right doesn't go, so maybe that was his insurance ball.
Yeah, maybe.
So in the end, there's not much available here for yellow, so Justin justified in his plan.
Yeah. He justified his plan.
He did.
Yeah.
He did indeed.
That's my only good call for the whole match, so that's it.
It's a great call, man.
Exit stage left.
It's a great call. That's a nice shot from Jake. I like how he plays this rule set to not try to push the yellow in the pocket, but just block stuff.
Yeah, he's probably going to get sent back in straight away.
I think he'll play the turnover, yeah?
Yeah.
Because it's sat quite nicely for the turnover shot. And a very difficult finish for both colour sets, really. Interesting for Justin, he's blocked the black there. That's a canny shot.
Not sure if it helps him, because that red's in prime position to like play your hard yellow last and just run into the red black in the middle.
Thanks to Johnny Bonello for tuning in. Thanks to Logan Brown. Thanks for the comments. These guys are pretty good at this. I presume you're talking about me and Roth, not the two finalists. Thank you very much, mate.
Yeah, thanks.
Hayden Walton, the standard would be so high. Dry breaks may be the difference. I absolutely agree with that. I think there's not much between these two players. I've watched. I've known Jake for many years, and as have you, Dave. I don't know if you've noticed, he looks a bit more focused to me this weekend than I've seen him in
Jake
previous
has,
tournaments.
yeah.
Just
Probably
in terms of the confidence and the sort of swagger around the table, I feel like Jake has grown another leg, to be honest, with all of his Chinese pool stuff.
He's probably a little uncertain on these tables, so he's giving it an extra 110% as well.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, but I see a steel in his eyes that I haven't seen as steely as it has been before.
Yeah.
And
so Justin's trying to tie up all the yellows.
yeah, just is one of those guys who's got the all-round game. You know, very much like yourself, Roth. I think I think he doesn't mind to just be patient and just wait. Don't pull the trigger too early.
Yeah.
He's one of the best guys I've seen actually
Sure.
at doing that type of thing.
Yeah.
And hello to Kieran, who's no doubt at home watching her husband Justin play. Thank you for tuning in. And Karen Sage, I'm sure Justin's mum will be watching as well.
Yeah, she was here during the semis.
Justin's mum, his biggest supporter, so no doubt that she will be tuning in somewhere here from.
Sure.
I'm guessing she lives in Sydney. She's probably had her avocado salad lunch with a glass of Sauv Blanc. Now just sort of settling into her evening to watch the grand final with her son against Jake.
It's an interesting battle early on.
It is. This is going to be a really interesting match. Who can actually accelerate into the 4th or 5th gear first? And whoever does that will win this match. I think they're all sort of crabbing around in 2nd and 3rd gear right now, just trying to sort of like a chess match.
Yeah, and Jake's manufactured on the out here.
Has he?
Yeah.
And that is awesome.
His balls are on.
That little shot there, even though it looked like nothing, as you pointed out, Dave, that's actually given him a great chance, really.
Yeah. If he's on the... Yeah. I'm not sure if he's on the one in the top corner. He may have to go for the middle first.
I think he'll want to pump this out a little bit so that he can almost half kill the red near the yellow with this shot. To the top right, but maybe he didn't come out far enough for the little kill shot.
I think he'd want to just make sure he's on the ball in the middle as easy as possible.
Yeah. Oh, he's had a little kiss there. He didn't want that. Didn't want that kiss.
Yeah, so he pots this ball in the middle, runs down for the other ball in the middle, I think. Not sure if he can control the white enough to pot the one in the top left next.
I think he can actually drop this in the right middle and hold for the top left yellow.
Yeah, okay.
That's how sluggish these cloths are actually playing.
Right.
You can actually just drop that in. The risk is not reaching the pocket though.
Right.
Let's see what he does. Okay. So he reached the pocket, just didn't get it accurate enough.
Yep.
So a good chance for Justin to take the lead.
Yep.
And at this level, this is where you need to punish your opponent. You're not really gonna win finals if you don't pull the trigger here and win.
Yeah.
You need to absolutely see how sluggish that is. A little bit sluggish.
Yeah. Him going this way, presumably the ball in the bottom right goes.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it does. I'm quite sure Justin wouldn't have pulled the trigger there if it didn't go. But getting this ball out of here is hard work on these cloths, man. He's played that really well. Like that is awesome to get that much movement on the white ball.
And there's a saying in American pool to let your stroke out, and like that shot there is one of them.
That's a
Just
good call, Dave.
helps settle you.
That's a very good call, mate.
Accept that. Oh, my food has arrived.
It's interesting, isn't it, how...
Thanks. Cheers.
It's interesting, isn't it, how you can do all the hard work in a frame and create an opportunity and then just sort of take your eye off a shot or something.
Do a silly...
It will give Jake a lot of confidence that that Justin's not cleared that finish.
Yeah.
So it's not so much a bad for Justin in terms of his mindset. It's because Justin's mindset is clinical. It's fine.
Yeah.
The worry for Justin is that it actually gives Jake another gear here or another level of confidence that his opponent's not taking a fairly regulation finish there.
Yeah. It looks like his last ball's going to be the one at the top now.
Looks like it. Which pocket are you taking the black in, Dave?
Probably the left middle.
Yeah, same. It's not easy to land in that spot that Jake's just pointed the cue, though. The likelihood is he'll come a bit further up.
Yeah.
And he'll have to put some gear on the white ball to maneuver it around the cushions and stuff.
Yeah. Case in point.
And there we go. He's sort of landed a little bit further the other way. So now he might consider to try to play the black in the right middle and punch it off 3 cushions. But then, of course, it brings the red on the left into play. He's thinking, do I have a double there? He's looking at every option.
He thinks he can get down there.
I think he can definitely get down there, but he's going to have to absolutely throttle this. Or
Yeah.
do, as you said, the 9-ball American players to play the shot fully or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a great shot. I think he's okay there.
That's half decent.
I'll tell you what. If anybody's played on this table at home, if anybody's played on this table this weekend, you know how hard that shot is. He's actually had to smash that to get that far down. And time it well as well. So that's a great shot. Just needs to hold himself together for the black. And he has.
Nice one.
Well done, Jake McCartney.
Gonna eat some food for a bit.
An example of gear avance. Gear avance.
I could commentate on your mic.
So we're gonna, just in the interim, we're gonna talk a little bit about the sponsors. So the Harmony German Club in Canberra. Thank you for everything that you do. This is an amazing venue. If you wish to eat until you can't fit into your jeans securely, they have some massive feeds available here. They have the pork hock, they have the schnitzel,
The bruschetta.
the bruschetta, which Dave Russell is devouring as we speak. And thanks to ACT Optical as well for all your full ride needs. Okay, so hopefully Dave switches his mic off and you can't hear him eating his lunch or dinner or supper, whatever you want to call it. I presume this is Jake's break, unless it was a dry break from Justin and he's looking at the reds. Okay, so nice shot from Jake. These reds look delicious apart from the one in the middle of the table. Now, if you were really naughty, you could try and pot the red in the middle off the yellow into the middle pocket and open up your only dead ball. I don't think Jake's going to be that saucy. And the reason for that is because the red must go in the corner. Or as Dave's pointing out to me whilst mouthful of bruschetta, that the red might go off the yellow in the corner. Now,
I wouldn't think so.
I have to assume that the red goes somewhere because I think it goes top left actually. I think Jake's mapping this for top left for the yellow and the red together in the middle. I think is his last ball. Oh no, it does go in the bottom right as well, so happy days for Jake. He's got options. And there's not a lot can go wrong here, folks. Really, this is probably his hardest shot he'll have for the remainder of this visit. There's a little bit of pressure because the yellows are all on, so he can't afford to make any mistake here, really. He's decided to reroute and go down south. He's played it quite well, or has he? Yeah, it's not bad. It's a bit ooh-ah, can't-na. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You might have to sort of flick around off 2 cushions. I think once he's potted this one, he's limited to topspin because he's bridging over the yellow. I'll refrain from using the term Chinese snooker just for obviously so with these tables I think you can just drop this in. He doesn't need to come off 2 cushions. I think he just drops this in because the bed of the table is fairly slow. So just drop it in. And there we go. It's even slower than I thought. See how it didn't. He's actually too short there. So I think he's going to have to sort of cue this with a bit of bottom right hand side and try to avoid the yellow, which is sort of near the blue spot of the table. I'm quite sure he'll play it into the left center, but he is playing with a bit of fire here. He needs to not snooker himself on one of those 2 yellows in the middle of the table. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Had to hold a bit of chance. Had to sort of play with a bit of chance there. But as I said at the start of this match, he is focused as at the moment. I've never seen him so focused and steely. Any opponent for Jake right now, unfortunately for them, they have to just not miss and actually just go bam bam, thank you man, and clear a rack after rack if they're going to beat him, because unless you do, you're probably not going to get near him. And that's virtue of him playing tournament after tournament in China, in England. Nice break from Jake. He's got a ball. How's the leave? The leave is actually okay on the reds, maybe. Both color sets pretty good, but I think the easier opener is the red. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Hayden Walton with so many dry breaks. Yeah, the breaks have been fairly dry because of the slow clock. Shane O'Brien, thanks for the photo earlier. You're welcome, mate. I sent Shane a picture earlier of some of my work in Trap 2 at the German club. GS.
That's a brilliant shot.
Yeah, nice. Did he go yellows?
Yeah, and he bumped out his hard ball straight away.
And that, see what I'm talking about? He's just literally in the zone, absolutely tuned in, and it's going to take an awesome effort to stop this guy today. I just hope that he doesn't stop before we have dinner tonight and he can pay the bill. Ryan King, is it me or does this class look very slow? Yes, it is slow, Ryan. It's a good call, mate.
Bit slow.
But same as Jake will tell you, it's the same for everybody, so you just have to get used to it. Hopefully next year they'll have some faster cloth. Greg Laurie, Glenn McGrath. Thank you, mate. Nice to see your name. Miss you. Love you. Logan Brown, great commentary. Thank you, my man. That's wonderful. Much better than yours. Not a red tree-topped. Don't know what tree-top means. Do you know that as an Australian term? Tree-topped rather than Chinese snooker. I see. I get it now, Hayden. Yeah, I've been playing this game 30 years. Never heard the word tree-topped before, but I stand corrected.
That's also great shot. He's now given himself options to figure out how to get to his hard ball.
Good call, Dave. Yeah, he literally does have options here. I'm almost tempted to. No, I'm going bottom left first. Yeah. Because then he's got less work to do with the white ball, right? Because he can just drop that top right, red, yellow in, and the black goes pretty much from anywhere on the right-hand side of the table.
Yeah. He barely made it.
This is his black ball, essentially. This is the shot here. Yeah, just kidding, Logan. You're excellent commentator. I thoroughly enjoy listening to your commentary. Thoroughly enjoy it. And can't wait for the next one.
Shot.
Okay, so good shot from Jack. He's given himself a shot to play here. This is not the sort of shot that Shane O'Brien can knock in just easily like it's over the hole. But McCartney, the Victorians will be hoping can. And he does.
He's just made it.
Okay, Jacob Marshall, thoughts on young Jackson Akal after your match, Jamo? Okay, thanks for tuning in, Jacob. As Jake just takes a 4-1 lead here in imperious form. And he's missed. Wow.
Whoops.
That's a bit of a careless one, huh?
I think he was afraid of the
And do you know
in
what?
off in the middle.
The 4-1, 3-2 curse. That's like a massive swing, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jacob, I'll quickly answer your question while Justin works out his map. Thoughts on Jackson? Look, Jackson, great young player. Really excited to see what he can do with the game. Yeah, awesome player, and yeah, he played well against me in the money match on Friday. I struggled a little bit myself, but at the same time, he punished me and I got the chocolate, so credit to him. And I hope he gets better and better. I think his win against Alec Evernadas yesterday was next level.
Yeah, nice.
I'm not 100% sure about all the live feeds and the kind of stuff like that, but you know, I'm sure you'll find your way, Jacko. Whichever way you decide to kind of be as a player, I kind of recommend to youngsters just to be a bit more kind of humble, graceful, not so sort of I don't know, kind of social media sort of focused. But these days it's different, and maybe I'm old school. Dave, what's your thoughts on that with the whole social media stuff with players, not just youngsters, but guys like Rusty as well? You know, what's your thoughts on the social media aspect of pool?
It's hard to answer that when I'm not on social media.
Well, it's not hard.
Depends on why you're doing
it. It's an
it.
easy question.
What's happening?
Oh, so you haven't seen anything? Okay.
No, I don't know anything.
So some of the young players, including Jackson at Gale, who was the question on the stream, have been doing a lot of live streaming, so they sort of talk about their results, both positive and negative, not just the positive result posts, but the negative as well. And kind of, for me, it's putting a bit more pressure on themselves with each post, ahead of a game kind of thing. But
yeah, it's a fair point.
so look, I don't know. I've always been in that camp of humble, don't sort of poke the bear kind of thing.
Yep.
But also at the same time, you know, you look at the world of pool, the history of pool. Some of the best players of all time have been people like Quinton Hahn, who was never shy of the spotlight and sort of rubbing it in when he's won a match or something like that. But Jacko seems a good kid. I think I've spent a bit of time with him up in Townsville and he's getting better and better, and so I'm excited to see what he can produce in years to come
Yep.
as well.
Probably to answer your question, like, people play pool for different reasons, and people play great pool for different reasons as well. Some people are academic, some play for money, some play to boost their ego, some play to rub it in. And as long as how you're going about pool gets you the best results while being like a decent bloke, I think it's probably irrelevant as to what you do. So if you want to be social about it and that drives you to play your best, it sounds like that's all fine.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and I think if everybody was the same, it would be boring, right?
Yeah, of course.
I think it's good to have the different. I mean, if I look at the youngsters around at the moment. You've got your, Josh Hands for me is really, for me, very humble and sort of level-headed and seems clinical at times and
Yeah.
has great potential. Sean Dempsey, obviously one of the best in the country, youngsters now. Really similar fold, and Jackson is, arguably a bit more exciting, a bit more flamboyant.
Yeah.
So if everybody was the same, it'd be actually very boring.
Yeah.
That's a lovely little weave there from Jake. That shot looked like super
brilliant
easy,
shot.
but could have easily gone 2 inches farther and left himself nothing.
Yeah.
But by being there, his map is literally A, B, C, no problem. Yes, as a case, he could have landed 2 inches short or 2 inches further and still been fine. But he's on a string at the moment, Jake. And the beauty of that black being the bottom left, he doesn't really even need to play any cute positional shots. Like anywhere on this yellow, he'll be on the black. So
Yeah.
his preference is to be on the cushion, so it's a natural angle, but doesn't even need it. But gets it anyway.
Sure. Yeah, Rusty, a piss taking a laugh's good. Like, imagine if the Australian cricket team of the 90s had social media, like all Warney and all of them.
Oh my good God,
their social media profile would have been...
Hughes and all those guys.
Yeah. Their social media profile would have been absolutely brutal. Back then in a world where you're not necessarily trying to put your opponent off, but you're trying to make them aware that you're present. Fucking excuse my French, but absolutely, you're trying to get into your opponent's head,
Yeah, and I think even with snooker in the 80s and stuff, you had Bill Warbenek and you had Jimmy White and Alex Higgins, and there was a lot more kind of excitement factor. Like Rusty is in the chat now. Rusty's one of the top legends of Australian pool, and like I always want to watch him play because I want to see what he's going to do. I love
absolutely.
that. I love that aspect of players like Rusty, their game. It's unlucky there break from Jake. I think he's left a pretty easy-ish finish on the.
Yeah.
I was going to say on the yellows, but reds might be actually slightly better if he goes for the harder opener. Oh, sorry, it's Justin.
Reds definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, I think there's a bit of. I think as Rusty's saying, I think you've got to be respectful, but you can still have the fire and a bit of the kind of get up and go when you're playing and stuff.
Yeah.
That's a nice punch there from Justin. Made that look easy. I do think that McCartney is lifting a little bit just in this last 6 months, as is Justin. So this match is poised really well. let us know at home what you think the score will be. I've said 11-8 to Jake because I'm Victorian. Dave said 11-6 to
11-6,
Justin.
yeah.
Your
Looking
prediction's
grim.
not looking very good at the moment, but it's going to be a very interesting match without doubt. These Reds are pretty much ABC now. Would you agree, Roth?
Yeah, there'll be a spot where someone just goes into world domination mode for 4 frames. I hope both these guys peak before July.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah, big comp coming up in Geelong for everybody. It's the Slate Pro Tournament. 30,000 winner at the Slate Lounge in Geelong. I think it's in July sometime. I'm not sure the exact date. But so a bit unlucky off the break there for Jake. Justin capitalising and doing what he has to do, which is to punish Jake and stay with him. And Justin has this ability to just stick around like a bad smell. Even when you're beating him, he just seems to sort of hang around and reel off 2 or 3 frames, and all of a sudden he's right back on your heels again.
Was that a little Q wave? Did he pod that and do a little Q wave?
Was there a Q wave?
Maybe.
Tell us in the chat. We didn't.
might have just been
I'm
regaining
not
his
sure. Can we have a
balance,
replay of the Q wave score?
Can you mute my mic?
We're just going to try and get a replay, see if there was actually a Q wave. Because if there was, then if Ben Noonan is watching at home, he would he would definitely be surprised and concerned by that. Is this your pizza or someone else's, brother?
Hungry?
No, I'm fine. I'm going out for dinner after this, so should be fine. But don't offer me anything. Time buggers. So Jake's break this time they've landed okay-ish. Actually, Reds are pretty good, yeah? Yeah, Reds look pretty good. Okay, so we've got some predictions coming in. Johnny Bonello, 11-8, Jake. That's the same score I predicted, so...
Not a Q wave. Yeah, that's
Thank
right.
you. Not a Q wave. Okay, good. We didn't.
Trying to hype this up.
I don't think we expected a Q wave from Justin, especially this early in the game. He's not the sort of guy that would do that at all, though. Yeah, Logan, not a Q wave. Jade and Damika, welcome to the chat. Just a breaking contest, really. Yeah, for now, mate. For now, I think when the whips crack later on, it'll be a bit more than that. Cannot wait to see when that happens. And yeah, both these guys are amazing at that kind of when the whips are cracking. Danny Main, thanks for tuning in. Yep, that was a really important black in the last frame for sure. Tom T, thanks for tuning in. Who are these guys? They seem decent. Thank you. Me and Dave are decent. Thank you. Jaden, it was Justin's break. He went try Jamo. Thanks, man. I actually realised that when I saw Jake breaking next. I've had a few too many red wines, I'm afraid, my man. But as Dan Lynch once said to me, shit commentary is better than no commentary. Okay, so critical spell here. Roth? No. Yeah. Okay. So critical moment here. Just needs to hold the right side of the red because he's going to be following through here to push into the black, a shot which Jason Foster would not be able to execute. But Jake McCartney, are you pushing through to the black here or stunning into the yellow and coming kind of underside of it?
Screw back.
Just screw back, okay. I feel like the black's sort of, I don't know. Yeah, he's screwing. He's going with the Roth shot. Nice. Roth with great perspective there, whilst he shovels and nachos filled with ground beef into his gob. Thanks, Maddie, I'm all right. And the black goes in. Black goes in 5-3 to Jake McCartney. There's been a few of the Queensland and New South Wales viewers leave the chat, which is disappointing. A few Victorians coming in. A few Victorians coming into the chat. So a bit of a swing towards Victoria versus New South Wales and Queensland. So Dan Lynch in the chat, thanks for laughing, Dan. That was great. The only thing better than no commentary is good commentary. Oh wow, Hayden, it's a tough crowd, mate. It's a tough crowd. Thanks to Unique Electrical and Data. If you need to have any electrical or data done to your house, thanks to JBA, Homemade Cues, Easy Trades, your trade connection. If you want them to come and fix your plumbing and look after your partner if you're going through a tough time, they will be there for you. BW Signature Collection by Best Western Garden City Hotel. Wonderful hotel next door to the venue. Only a short stroll and guaranteed confidentiality as well. So they'll look after you very much. Gary Robertson, good call, man. Yeah, look, I've known Jake for 10 years, 15 years, and I've never seen him actually more focused than I have today. And I'd have put actually any money you wanted on this final that he would win, because I've never seen the steel in the eye of McCartney like I've seen today. And I just hope that the same level of steel emits from his wallet afterwards when we go for dinner. Verley Allen, Jason Foster, good player. Is that a question, Verley? Or Virile, whatever your name is? If it's Virile, that's a very unfortunate name. I think it's Verley. Is it a question? Is he a good player? Look, the jury's out. Some people believe Jason Foster is a good player. Some people do not. But because most people don't know who he is, let's not talk about it. Colin Gamble, is Mooseheads open tonight? Colin, thank you for the comment. Thank you for your camaraderie this weekend, and thank you for not stacking out of the bunk bed when you left this morning or yesterday morning, or whenever you told your wife you were leaving our bunk bed. We very much don't think Mooseheads is open tonight. Jackie Phillips, cheers CueballTV and crew. Thank you, Jackie. Good luck at the Worlds, mate. Jack Phillips heading out to play for Australia shortly with a top-notch team. And I hope you guys bring it home. Get the job done, fellas. Awesome team. Great break from McCartney there. These yellows look absolutely delicious, Roth. Look at these yellows. Oh my good God. Jesus, that is amazing. Jaden, you're right. He just changes changes versions of the sport and just seems to sort of still fire. It's unreal, isn't it, really? Trent Reinheimer, can we get someone we can understand on the stream? Well, can we get someone who knows how to tip in the chat? Because I saw you tipping Tim Dixon to win earlier, mate. How did that go for you? Fair income. Dan Lynch. Jay Harmon running the stream, doing a good job too. Thank you, Warren Hume. I appreciate it, mate. You're one of my runners in the intermediate comp in Geelong, which is an upcoming comp. Please win that, and I will buy you a shandy with my $30,000 or 20 grand, whatever it is. Okay, so Jake, making light work of these. It sort of feels like this is harder than it should have been, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is the natural path, but I just thought maybe it was harder than it could have been. But with that shot, he's looking very, very tasty. Preference to land underside of the yellow, Dave? Rather than overside?
Doesn't matter, I think.
Doesn't matter?
I reckon he's good. Or there.
Underside perfect. He's got the choice of both. I think he'll play it bottom right. Jaden D'Amica, please tell Ross not to talk with his mouth full. Sorry about that, Jaden. You're quite right. That's very rude. And if we had anyone better than Tanaskovic to commentate, we would knock him off, but unfortunately we don't. Not a red, you're absolutely right. Jake is the best player in Australia and absolute freak. He's the best in the country, without a doubt. Anybody that contests that needs to their head fell. Trent Reinheimer cashed out early, all good. Good man. Karen Sajich, go Justin, go. You're always there for your son, Karen. And I'm absolutely sure, Karen, he will not give up without a fight. I can see him over there in his chair, just squirming, squidging like a snake, ready to pounce. He'll be back. If Jake stops potting any ball, Justin Sage will pounce on him. You know. Karen, it's Steve Jameson and also David Ruffle. But he's not spoken for about an hour because he's been eating. So that's who's commentating. Ronan Brannigan, thank you. Thank you, Ronan. Thank you for the comments. Karen, not happy with your comment. I take it back. I take it back. I'm a big fan of your son. So please, please reset. And yeah, Justin, I've been in this position millions of times where your son has been carving everybody up. So, you know, please allow somebody to for once beat him. That would be nice. Or like on occasion. But no, this is, I love both these guys. Karen, they're good friends of mine, and they won't mind me having a bit of banter about them, that's for sure. So, where are we here? Is this Jake's break or Justin's try break?
Oh, I missed it, because I'm a good commentator.
Good, good. All right. So
it's got a hard yellow.
Has he?
The one near the black.
The one near the black, you reckon?
It goes in the middle or maybe in the left corner.
He's got the big pocket down the bottom left. He's got options here, but you're right, it's a bit fiddly. I quite like leaving it to last.
Yeah.
And just floating it in with a touch of right to leave your black in the right middle. Do you think that goes well, or not?
I feel like with how Jake's playing, like outside of that shot, he's actually going to open up the pocket now with the ball down the rail.
Okay.
I thought he was playing for a different
yellow.
yellow.
So you think he's going for the sort of the throttle, full throttle?
Yeah, this is clever.
This is aggressive.
You know,
I think it's good.
right.
You know, I think that's good. And that's a clever shot, it really is. You know, he could have left that and tried to sort of just manipulate the cue ball a bit and maneuver or weave around, but it does actually make his work much easier, Dave, right?
He's got he's got to be careful with the white ball here. He wants to be on the right side of the yellow when he plays this and that. I mean, like, slightly below it. Now he's got the top left one, luckily.
Yeah, a little kiss just makes things a little bit funky, but this is not something he'll miss, right? He'll just soft screw this in. Leave the yellow to left corner and black in the middle if it goes. Thanks, Glenn Carter. Appreciate it, mate. Glenn's actually watching in the room and listening to the commentary. I love that. That is actually cool.
Nice. We should make some Tony Virgo jokes and see if we get laughter from the crowd.
You'll have to educate me on what is a Tony Virgo joke?
Doesn't he? He's a guy that goes, "Where's a cue ball going?" on the snooker, isn't he? And he makes all these
up a bit
jokes.
short there.
Nah, he'll be alright.
Yeah. And this is a John Virgo one. Where's the cue ball going, Tony?
Where's the cue ball going? Probably shouldn't.
I think Jake will just screw this enough in. He'll put enough deep screw with a bit of drag and reverse drag on the shot.
Yeah.
Anyone who wants to know what reverse drag is, please send me a DM. I'll let you know what it means. And that is what it is.
It's plum.
Wonderful reverse
Airport.
drag black from Jake McCartney. Takes a 7-3 lead. Bovan Jangamal. Jamo, what was your HJ order in Geelong? Sorry, I don't know what HJ means, my man. Oh, Glenn, you're in the airport. Bon voyage, monsieur. Bon voyage. Thanks to Diamond Brickworks and Design. Freedom Heating, Ventilation and Air Conditioning. Handyman Pro. And ACT Optical for all your four-eyed needs. And the German Club, if you wish to put on 5 kilos in a weekend. Come down to the restaurant here and have one of the pork hocks. Pork knuckles, should I say.
Are they good?
I haven't had one,
Haven't
actually.
had one?
Even though I look like I have, I haven't actually had any of them. No, I went just for the standard pork belly.
Ah, yes.
So nice big break there from Jag. Initial looks like rouge.
Yeah, reds. He might be able to pot the ball that he's closest to and screw into the red that's near the yellow on the side rail.
Yeah, I like that a lot, man. There's only a very small gap to get through there. You'd be weaving the thread of a needle.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he needs to play it or if he can just get on the double.
He might be able to play it straight. He's doing it straight. Yeah, he tried to give that a bit of a tickle there. Or did he play for this one to give it a tickle on this side?
Maybe play this and then the double. Not 100%.
I think you're right. He's absolutely going for the double here.
Yeah.
Because he didn't really commit to that shot if he was playing extraction. There was no sort of pump.
Yeah.
So he must have played for the double on this, not this shot, but the next shot. And of course the double is his black ball, because if it goes in, he's won the frame, and he's 8-3 ahead.
Yeah.
In a race to 11.
Ah, yeah, it is Jamo.
Hey Masal, how are you, my man? How are you? High quality final here, mate. Join us, join us. Jake is looking the best. I've actually seen him on the queue for a while. Welcome, Phil Slater.
Oh, the parallel shift. I think he's a little got too much angle.
Yeah, he needs to put a bit of right hand side on it.
Well, that's.
Do you think he put a touch of right?
I think so.
Just
yeah.
to straighten it up a little bit.
That was half
Because he
decent.
didn't punch it too hard. He just used the side to kind of make the angle up.
Yeah.
High quality final, right?
Yeah, it's been,
Very high quality final.
been decent.
Justin, unfortunately, not been able to get much of a look in. He's been playing so well all day and all weekend. You can feel a bit unfortunate not to be in this match more, but I think it comes down primarily to the break. I think he's just the balls haven't split as well for him as they have for Jake.
Yeah, Jake's
Jake's maybe marginally been stronger with the chances he has had.
he's around like 4 racks
But
now.
there's nothing in it. So yeah, the Sage camp can feel hard done by for sure.
Shot.
Jake McCartney. 8 frames to 3 ahead. There's that extra gear that I spoke of earlier.
He's carving it up.
Yep,
He wants to have food at the restaurant.
he does. He certainly does, and you know, congratulations. I mean, obviously it's early days, still plenty of time to go in the match for Justin to come back, but you know, congratulations for the year really for Jake, and he's got a team behind him. John Russell, All-Star Q Sports, Kira, his partner Kira.
Oops.
And that's a bit unfortunate. It's that's the sort of thing that happens, Ross, when you're behind, isn't it, in a match, and things not quite going your way.
Yeah. Jake can just pot the hard yellow straight away and just go game.
Yeah, these are very easy. These yellows really can't see them going reds.
The only half dicey shot's the black, but you can work your way down to it.
That's right. I think he'll probably end up using one of the yellows in the middle to get on the black, possibly.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the ones at the bottom.
I wouldn't have been surprised if Jake tried to nudge the black just then.
Well, there would be some reasonable plan to it, because there's only sort of awkward ball, really.
Yeah. And he just picks the gap between the reds and screws back, probably to nudge into the yellows, actually.
I think
Yeah.
I think also Roth at 8-3
Sure.
up. At 8-3 up, you're not going to worry if you're not near that black, because you're flying. Like you're queuing really well. You're queuing straight. You literally would need to be like snookered on the black to probably not pot it. I would have
Yeah.
thought at this stage of the match, in this stage of the tournament, and the weekend,
Yeah.
you're feeling good. You're not missing the black if you're on it, I don't think.
Yeah, if you're in Jake's form.
Yeah. Thanks, Firing Line Q Sports, for tuning in. Yep.
And the beauty about how Jake's gone about this is, like, depending on how he lands on these next 3 yellows, he could actually pot a ball and nudge into the yellow near the black and stay on the red. Like, there's
The red near the black.
yeah, there's just
Yeah.
things that can happen. It's on the ball in the middle, I'm pretty sure. Hang on, is there a... Ooh, check that out.
There you go.
Yeah,
Maybe drops the one in the middle instead then.
I
But
reckon.
of course, this is not where he wanted to be. So there is a smidgen of hope for the Sage camp. And the Sage camp will be hoping for a turning point. That's that. When you're 8-3 down, Dave, as you know, well, not that you've very often been 8-3 down, but if you ever are, you want
Sure.
you want some sort of turning point.
Yeah.
And that can come in the format of snookering yourself on the black or something like that. I think Justin does need something to happen in this match, otherwise it's going to be a very early night.
Yeah. But it looks like
It feels like this is a moment. It feels like this is a moment where Jake either wins the match or opens the gate for Justin.
yeah.
Let's see what he does. Okay. So there was a bit of tension there.
Little.
Jake saw victory, potentially. Even the great man can see victory.
I think he's just done it for the fans.
I think you're right. I think he's done it for Karen.
Just slow rolls off the rail, yellow in the middle, stays on the black.
Just drop it in.
Yeah, I think he's good.
I think you're right. I don't think he's actually got the angle for that. He's got to try and cut it in the right middle, avoid the in-off in the top left, come off 2 rails and land fat on the black. Okay. So we talked about turning points. Could this be a turning point? I think everybody watching at home, apart from Kira, and everybody watching in the room here at the Harmony German Club, will be hoping for a comeback from Justin to make this final spicy. Already spicy because it's at a high level, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We'd all like to see a close match. Hayden Walton, Jake's in the zone, not losing this match. I don't make you wrong, mate. But let's see.
Certainly not a situation Justin would have found himself in Australian tournaments for a very long time.
That's a good call, huh? And that little kiss there is
Yeah, it's just makes it just.
But you're right. He's. I'm not going to say he's had it his own way for a majority of the time, but Justin has been obviously one of the, and still obviously is still one of the best players in this country. I think him and Jake have won a heap of tournaments. Mark Robertson has done really well recently as well. There's a lot of guys, I think,
Shot.
yourself included, probably not been playing, I think, in a lot of the events either.
Nah.
What was your, whilst we expect Justin to clear these, hopefully he will. I noticed your name come up in a World's Black Ball event in Morocco or somewhere, or Madagascar.
Oh, yeah, Mauritius.
Mauritius, sorry. What prompted you to enter that tournament, please, Dave?
I got asked.
Okay, good.
Free trip.
And it's free?
Why
you don't
not?
have to pay?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's handy.
I mean, like.
So why did they ask you then? What, do you play black ball?
So, yeah, I won there was a Black Ball National Titles last year in July that I won.
Mm-hmm.
I won all the other things in that event as well, the singles, the doubles, the teams.
Okay, good.
And it was
He's a bit straight on the red.
Yeah,
Straight
he
on the
is.
red.
Yeah.
Has to punch this somewhat.
Yeah.
So you won everything, and they said,
They said, you want to go?
represent Australia? And
Yeah.
you said, yeah, okay.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I had a similar opportunity about 10 years ago to go to a 9-ball event. There was like a Olympics for... Whoops. Yeah, he's struggling.
Okay.
It was like an Olympics for sports that don't make the Olympics. And 9-ball was in one of them.
Yeah.
And that was in Colombia at the time, back about 10 years ago. And
Yeah. Colombia.
yeah, I was doing my PhD at the time and broke, so couldn't go.
Yeah.
So it's good to have that opportunity now.
Oh, Colombia would have been great. That would have been on my bucket list. Not least for the pool.
Oof, maybe.
This is an exciting frame, huh?
Yeah.
So a bit of tension in the room, in the match for probably one of the first times where we've seen a little bit of tension on the cue. think Jake gets this. I just think he's... Oh, hello. Hello. Hello, hello,
Yeah,
hello.
he knows his arm went.
Okay. So a bit of drama there.
8-4.
We talk about turning points, everybody. That could be one. Put your
Especially
comments in the
if-
chat. Will Justin turn the screw now and end up winning this match 10-8? Or will Jake just put that out of his mind with his great temperament and come back and win the match? So someone's just asked me if Jake's playing that shot with any side. My personal opinion, and I'll throw it to Dave as well, is sometimes if the ball is just sort of a little bit to the right from the white, I might play it with a bit of right-hand side, just sort of. But a lot of players will just play it with plain ball. What about you, Dave?
If I'm playing how I should be, like I missed a similar ball like that was substantially easier yesterday. I pretend I'm playing for another ball afterwards, and you pot the black in whatever way gives you the most chance of potting it.
But the
Which is
question
just a
was, do you
stun.
play it with side or not?
Nah,
Just plain ball.
just a bit of stun.
Just a bit of stun, plain ball. Whereas I'm talking a bit of right-hand side. Because it looked to me that it wasn't dead straight. There was the black was a little bit out. So touch aside. Comments in the chat if anybody's got thoughts on that. That's an awesome shot from McCartney there. Whilst we're blabbing on about being side on straight rail shots, he's literally just played one shot there and opened up the frame. And the map here, Dave, if I may, is top left again, then leaves the white where the sort of middle of those top three reds is, and then natural into the two that are in the middle.
Yep.
And take them in that order. So he's played it, I think, a better way actually that I never even saw, which is play the plant.
Yeah.
Provided the red at the bottom right goes in the bottom right corner, it looks kind of tight.
Yeah, looks like he's good.
I'm tipping though that wasn't Jake's plan, right? I think he
Nah.
played for the red nearest the white ball into the top right corner, or the green pocket on the snooker table. But he's got options.
God, he's lucky there. That red could have went anywhere.
And I think if he just dollies this top red in, if it does go, of course, he'll have a natural angle on the one in the middle just to float down the table.
I think he's going the other way.
Yeah,
Middle-
is he?
middle
Yeah.
corner.
Actually, you're right. Yeah, he's got middle corner. Looks good. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Harder to get close to your work though, but the red looks close to the pocket, so it should be fine. Would have liked a little bit of angle on that, but even if it's straight, it's okay. You can play it with bottom left-hand side.
Well, I can kind of see it.
Hmm?
He's got a very, very small amount.
A small amount, so
Might have to screw back.
I think he'll just screw it fat into the middle of the left cushion, come across the table. Huge margin for error here, so no problem at all. A bit sluggish there, the table. Like he hit that fairly well and he just didn't really move too much, but hey Tusher Singh in the chat, good day mate. Hope your back's feeling better and you can compete for that intermediate comp, brother. Rusty Wheeler, 11-9 Jake. You're a confident man, Rusty. Bit like you're tipping on the boxing, brother. Which cost me a few bob, just quietly. But no, you're a bit robbed there, man. That was Justice Huni or whatever he's called. Very unfortunate result there. Should have counted the guy out.
Shot.
Excellent turn of the screw from the McCartney. Jake just looks in the zone. He's going to take some beating in this Slate Championship in Geelong. Are you playing in that, Dave?
Nah, clashes with the overseas comp.
Okay. Who's your tip to win that tournament, incidentally?
I hadn't even thought about it.
Well, now you can.
I was
We've
gonna
got about
say
30
Justin.
seconds for you to think about it while in between frame.
Well,
So if you could put $1,000 on one player, who is it? Apart from me.
I'd put it on you.
Apart from me.
Apart from you, then I would hold my money, knowing that I would lose it if I bet on someone else.
I mean, on this form, you have to. McCartney needs to be probably installed as favourite, wouldn't you think? Would you have thought?
I think so. I mean, the
30 grand.
tables are a bit tighter, but I mean, Jake's won Geelong a billion times, so he's used to the tables, right?
In the chat, put your comments. Who do you think is going to win the Slate Pro 30 grand title?
I think after having played several races to 11 or 13, you'd tip Jake to win it, Jake or Justin.
But there's also guys like I think Delahunty might be playing.
I think so.
You've got Rusty Wheeler, who's won Big Guns once or twice. Joe Younger's won Big Guns, beat McHill in the Big Guns a few years ago now, mind you. But it's his club. He knows the tables better than anybody.
Yeah.
So there's.
Yeah, in those sorts of
but
comps.
these two guys here, for the moment, look like the strongest players in the country.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that setting the pace, setting the benchmark. And if you want to win a tournament, you have to beat these two. And that means not missing much.
Yeah, I would have liked to have gone to it. But, yeah. I think if the last 16 was like $2 grand instead of one, is it one?
I'm not sure. Nice shot from Justin there.
I think the interstate players have to make at least the quarters to make a profit.
Do you think he'll play bottom yellow here, or punch this one through, come up to the blue spot? Oh, he's overhit it. Or has he? He's overhit that.
No, he's very good.
That's tricky. That's tricky. I think he might be able to swerve around this, but actually no, this is a big swerve actually. It's not a small swerve, man. I can even see the jump cue in his mind coming out, but he can't play it in these rules, so on this surface.
If he's playing well, he would have played the ball near the black first.
I think you're right. I really do. That's a good call, Dave. I think it was a harder pot, but you're guaranteed to be on your last yellow.
Yeah. Well, even the couple of frames before when Justin had he ran into some balls in the top right corner, and he ended up playing a cannon. Normally he'd pot a ball in the middle and kind of flirt with danger a little bit.
I think Justin's gonna find himself snookered here. I don't think Jake will go for this. He'll probably pot the one up the top and then snuggle, then push the furthest right red up the table and leave the white tight under the red. Was that what you would do?
Well, I think if Jake's going to play a snooker, he needs to send a soldier down to the bottom right corner. Oh, he's gone game.
I don't think it's the right way here, man.
No,
9-4 up. I know you're feeling confident. You just want to wrap it up.
Hmm.
Do you think this is a go?
I think it's all right because he's got a bit of coverage.
Oh yeah, he's got the shot to nothing, right? Because the black's in the way, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you can pot these, get a red out, and then have a
And
free
in
crack.
fairness, that's the Jay McCartney kind of MO, isn't it? The kind of shot to nothing all the way out.
Yeah.
He does that more than almost any player I know. Do you agree?
Yeah. He's a bit thin on the red. He's going to contact.
Yeah. See? I just don't think that was the right manoeuvre there, right? I felt like just pot, snooker. Can't lose the frame after that, man. Surely.
Phil Morton's gotten into the game.
Yeah, Rusty went wrong yellow. I think you're right, Rusty.
If
we thought the same.
If this is touching, this is a massive blow for Justin.
So sure, yeah. Jake only missed 2 balls for the whole match against Robbo. Doesn't surprise me, brother. He's a beast. He's literally flying right now.
It's obviously,
Is he touching?
yeah. See,
See how slow the table is? He's got there, but I think it's a swerve for Justin.
I'm surprised he went that way and not just hit the white to the side rail and towards the red near the middle.
Yeah. I did feel like it was a little bit of a, what's the word? A bit of a liberty to take that out on.
Yep.
When you had literally a stonewall snooker. Even Rusty would have played the snooker there, wouldn't you, Rust? Tell me you would have done, please.
I guess provided the snooker gets all the balls out.
Well, at least one of them.
Close.
You can snooker him again.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is all over Red Rover in terms of 10-4. Top right, top left, middle, corner, and bottom left, black in the middle. Is that your pattern?
I think so, although Jake may pot the ball in the middle first just so that he doesn't have to use that to get onto the railer near the black. He's running into it. Yeah, that works.
That's fine. Obviously, this is harder shot than he would have preferred, but it should be fine. Just wants to have a touch of angle.
Yep.
Does need to be a bit careful here. Just the middle pocket is in play if he intends to get close to the red. The red is essentially a shot to nothing down the bottom left, so he just needs to get somewhere near it. Just avoid the in-off, which he's done well. Pretty much perfect. Would have liked maybe another inch of angle just to
get away from
the wide out, yeah, a little bit. But
yeah, now he has to give it a bit.
This is missable though. This is not a gimme. I don't believe.
I think if you're Jake, you play this confidently. You don't like drag it in. Or he does drag it in. Sure.
Yeah, nicely done. So easier at 9-4 up than 4-9 behind, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Shot.
Awesome performance from Jake
10-4.
McCartney. This is a hammering.
I think my scoreline prediction was not that good.
No. So yeah, McCartney is, as I described before, he's grown another leg. I thought it would still be closer, but and hey, look, stranger things have happened in 8-ball. It's never done till it's done.
Yeah.
But he's looking strong. And thanks for your comment, Johnny. I know that you're partisan.
Has any player actually ran a rack off their own break in this yet?
Yeah, I think so. I think Jake's one ran 2 or 3.
Yep. Well,
Justin may have ran a couple. I'm not sure.
This is going to be Red Rover very quickly.
Did he get ball, Jake?
Yeah. Yeah, yellows look plum.
It's only one half difficult yellow, right? So this is the chance, everybody. What are you going? Top right, left middle, push the yellow down, open them up.
Yeah, play this, land between the black and the yellow in the middle. And try to deal with the 2 on the left.
I like dropping this yellow in the middle and landing between the gap of the 2 reds, so that you're going into the red on the rail, the yellow on the rail. He's gone your way, going further. I like to finish a bit shorter, so I've got the cannon.
Yeah.
And then for me it all links perfectly, but this is still obviously, this is still kosher. Okay, has he hit it hard enough? He wanted to be on the left middle shot, I think. Looks like he's going to have to go back around for the bottom right corner, perhaps.
Maybe he could just roll the yellow in the middle and then play the left middle and run into the ball too.
But then he won't have the ball in the right middle that he did previously if he'd done it earlier.
Surely he's not on this.
He's on it, yeah, but he's...
What?
He's just thinking, do I play this missable rail shot?
Right.
So this is the black ball.
Yeah.
This is the match point. The shot is match point. And the only reason he thought about it is because it is just marginally missable. So he would have preferred not to have a missable one, and he's not got that. Oh, it's in. Yep, that played big, that pocket, I think.
Nice.
Nicely done.
He knows it.
And there you go, 11-4, barring a miracle, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to Matt Harmon, Kathy Harmon, and all the team, Paul Berger,
Scrolling back.
and the Harmony German Club. I assume this is it. This is it. Surprised it went
Shot. Why wouldn't
to
you?
the same corner. Why wouldn't you? I mean, that's unusual, but I maybe wanted to just layer up a little bit for the crowd at the end.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. McCartney. Well done.
Well done. GG.
Okay, so well done to Jake McCartney and Justin Sajich on another great final. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Ruffle.
Likewise.
Always a pleasure.